Hey folks, got 3 stories here. We're going to hammer them out right fast. Now, feel free to let me know when you're tired of this foolishness. Now, well, let me just put it to you like this. It's to the point now that the powers that be, La Machine, they don't even fake it no more. They ain't been faking it for a while. They putting it right in your face. So let's go ahead and start with Topeka, Kansas. You know, the Dorothy and Toto. You know, I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. I'm like, why is she threatening the damn dog? Wicked witch. That's why somebody dropped the house on your sister. Anyway, y'all see what it says. Topeka, Kansas bets on economic incentives to attract new Latino residents. Now, we all know that Side Road Joe done a full stop, engines reverse, and has even moved the FBI here to the southern border. Their first, and I'm not saying anything that's a secret, giving anything away. They first started operating out of Fremont, but they've moved further south and further west. But they were in Fremont for a couple of days. And so now, even though he's trying to go full stop, and even so far as putting Venezuelans on airplanes, flying them back on our dime, of course, everything is on our dime. When the reason they're here, it's your fault. You and Horizontal Harris is a big draw. You handcuffed just about everybody. Well, except for our governor here in Texas, just fighting tooth and nail. But it's only so much one state can do. But anyway, you see what it says. Venezuelan Eric Bovell is one of the 100 new residents who have relocated under a program providing money to those who rent or buy homes and work in this city. I ain't gotta repeat it no more about the American citizen going, hey, wait a minute. What about me? Know what they saying? What about you? I got the Fiesta, Olé. She ain't missed no meals. Hell, ain't nobody in this picture missed a meal. Olay, got the Flow, got the big body Caprice. You know, I mean, hey, nice color. I like that color layout though. That do look good. But let's hit the story. People show off their cultural pride during one of the annual Fiesta Topeka parades throughout downtown Topeka, Kansas. I see all kind of other stuff. I ain't got nothing against people celebrating and whatever the hell. But I've been quite a few places. And one thing that I never seen it when we was overseas and stuff, we didn't do this. We didn't do this in Germany. We didn't do this in Korea. We didn't do this in Belgium. I never went to Spain. I was in Spain for a few days, like on a little vacation thing, but that's about it. But, you know, well, they ain't the melting pot like the United States is. So you need to shut up and deal with it, old squarehead boy. Got it. Hey, boy. Got you. This was on the 17th. So what's that? 8 days ago. The city of Topeka, Kansas wants people to move there, and it has been offering economic incentives to attract new residents and workers, including Latino and immigrant families. That means illegal aliens, y'all. Under the incentives program known as Choose Topeka, people like Eric Bovell can receive up to $15,000 if they rent or buy homes in the city and are employed by local businesses that partner with the program with a minimum salary requirement of $50K a year. Now, oh, wait a
Man, this is some bullshit.
let that one flow over you. Let that one flow over you. How many Americans of any, hell, Hispanic Americans, Black Americans, white Americans, how many Americans, if they would have offered that to, that would have took it? Say, man, I'm sucking wind here in, wherever the hell, Seattle, Washington, or whatever. Anyway, hell, my hometown, Detroit, Michigan, ain't crap here. Wait a minute. So y'all gonna give me financial, basic economic incentives mean I'm gonna give you money. So I'm gonna give you $15K if you rent or buy a home in Topeka, and you get employed by local businesses who probably going to have an outreach program. I'm willing to bet you once we keep scrolling down, and you got to make a minimum of $50K a year. They ain't offering it to the natural born American citizen. You're having somebody that's not supposed to be here, that's here illegally, and you're incentivizing them to stay there and get a job that makes at least $50K a year. Now I know somebody goes, "Oh, Nick, that ain't what it said." But can you read motor scooter? Mickey Ficky. Do you know? Can you freaking read Mickey Ficky? Read Mickey Ficky. Read and comprehend Mickey Ficky. Can you do that, Mickey Ficky? Can you? If not, dude, drink you a tall, cool glass or shut the hell up. These one, I'm telling you, man, you some things is plain as day, but when you try to explain it to that average knucklehead, only thing you hear is they're still on AOL. Qualifying applicants must have permission to work in the U.S. How? They're illegals. They're illegals. What are you talking about? Oh, I guess once you get that piece of paper from Side Road Joe. Now, because they wouldn't fake the papers, would they? Wouldn't nobody, counterfeit those papers, would they? There wouldn't nobody to work at the state level or the State Department do that like they do fake driver's licenses and fake IDs so people can vote, will they? Nah, Nick, you reaching. Eric Bovell interviewed by Telemundo reporter Rogelio Mora Tagal in Topeka, Kansas. He's a Spaniard. He ain't Venezuelan or Mexican. He's a Spaniard, because you can tell they look like a white person because Spaniards are white people. They're just from Europe. No, Spain is in Europe, dude. Bovell, the Venezuelan immigrant who moved to Topeka 2 years ago, said he got a $10K incentive after the city received proof that he had bought a home. You come here and in 2 years and he done bought a home, and some of y'all been here forever, your whole life. Oh, man. I know, but you don't get the incentives that they get too either, so I get it. I don't, but I do. Bovell, a Venezuelan immigrant who moved to Topeka 2 years ago. Okay, we got that. The program is funded equally by the city and the participating businesses. What did I tell you? And no, I hadn't read it yet. But I said, man, wait a minute. Because for them to make a dollar amount requirement minimum for you to have a job, that means the businesses would have to get involved. And here we have it. But they won't offer it to you, white guy. and Brownie McBrown guy and Blackie McBlack guy. Nah, y'all don't count. We want the one, we want como está usted, tres bien, and all that other stuff. I don't mind it as long as you legal. It's when I don't care where you here from illegally, pick a country. You would be removed by the barrel of a gun if necessary. Pick the continent, pick the country, pick the island. Just put the word illegal in front of your name or wherever you from. You would be escorted out at the barrel of a gun if necessary. Yeah, I said it. The program is funded equally by the city and participating businesses, many of which are recruiting Hispanic workers. They're recruiting them, said Sean Dixon, president of Visit Topeka. I love this city. It's a quiet city without traffic. Yeah. Hold on to your hat. Ooh, sometimes the jokes write themselves, but I'll just bienvenidos a Topeka, la pequeña ciudad que la está pagando a los latinos para que se munden para allá. Damn it. Now, the Choose Topeka program was launched in 2019. Any of y'all hear about this? 4 years ago? I didn't. I haven't. I ain't even gonna front. I haven't. To support employers to hire illegal aliens. Let's just call a thing a thing. I wonder if they got some kind of meat packing plants or something like that there, produce. Well, they would, because Kansas is part of the United States breadbasket, which stretches from Texas all the way across, Nebraska and, Kansas and Missouri. We grow stuff here. California grows a lot of stuff too, but they got their hands full with their Latino population already. Ay, papi. We are the city that depends on immigrant labor, Hispanic or Latino labor. Topeka's chief diversity, equity, and inclusion officer. Let me say, wait a minute.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Oh, they just make up a job title for somebody and give them a check. Topeka's chief diversity, equity, and inclusion officer, Ernesto de la Rosa, told Noticias Telemundo in Spanish. The program has helped bring almost 100 individuals and families to Topeka. NBC affiliate KSNT reported in February. It was recently expanded to support veterans, recent graduates of Washburn University, and Boomerang residents. I guess that's people that's then left Topeka and wanted to, seeking return. Yeah, people that's then left said flip this and they coming back. Yeah, y'all screwed. Jaime Colon paints part of a mural of a multicultural. That's not multicultural, dude. That there's nothing multicultural. Really? I guess maybe they call it, because that ain't even a rainbow. Never mind. Let's go. The city also has an incentive program for people looking to start and grow their small businesses. That's them. Offering grants to owners and startups to improve their financial performances and business sustainability, or to enter new markets. In some cases, grants can cover up to 50% of the expenses to start a new business, said Israel Sanchez, Director of Equity and Business Development for Go Topeka. They just make up job titles for people. Senior Gringo, I take the job, but what's my title? Hold on a second there. Israel is Israel. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know. I'm going to call you the Director of Equity and Business Development. Oh, and you hear the angelic voices and whatnot. The little sheriff is not amused. The population of Shawnee, which is Native American Indian, I bet you they ain't real happy either. Where Topeka is located, increased by 2,265 residents in 1 year, from 2021 to 2022, the largest and fastest population growth Topeka has had in a decade. So that means there had to be empty houses. Where are these people staying? And they're asking for more. Where are these people staying? The county's population has all become younger and more diverse. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the county's non-white population, white folks is exterminating white folks. They outgunning you getting gunned down, not metaphorically, by your own folks. Whitey McWhite guy. How you liking that? How you loving that? It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, I tell you that. The county's non-white population grew by almost 7%. Don't scoff at that number come election time. Don't scoff at that number. Led by increases in new Hispanic and biracial residents. I'm doing the air quotes again. At its median age, its median age decreased by nearly 2 years to about 38. Hispanics are the second largest ethnic group in Topeka at about 20,000 Latino residents. Topeka's total population is nearly 127,000, according to the city. This one ain't hard to figure out. I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I can figure this one out by myself. Ask Rogelio Mola Tagal, he'll tell you. Okay, let's go on with this next story here. I'm not going to do this story. I don't never do mass clapping stories. I always wait a few days till some of the rust fall off the vine. Okay, and this is the story that I alluded to a few minutes ago. You see what it says. This is from Parler.com. Y'all know what Parler is. We know what it is. Plane load of 100 migrants. This is not cost effective. 100 people on a plane. This is not cost effective. I guess no one in government took economics class, but I guess they don't have to balance books when you don't have to make a profit. Only us businesses, regardless of our size, we have to balance books because we have to make a profit and keep up with a profit and loss statement. The government don't. They just print more, take more. So saving money don't mean crap to them. 100 migrants sent back to Venezuela marks the first of many, says ICE. This was the 19th of October. So what was this? 6 days? 6 days ago? 6, 7, whatever. The first plane load, the old Greyhound Trailways, the old MCI buses, pushers. The first plane load of Venezuelan asylum seekers to be sent back by the Biden regime departed from Tejas on Wednesday as repatriation flights to the Latin American country resumed. The first such deportation in years. This ain't their first time doing it. Around 130 illegal aliens boarded the Boeing 737 jet in Harlingen, Texas. Harlingen is at the border. Harlingen isn't far from Edinburgh. And Donna, Texas, where I done that story about that camp, about the FEMA camp down there in Donna, Texas. Donna is right between there and Weslaco. It looks like West Westlaco, the way it's spelled, Westlaco, but it's Westlaco. Right down there. That's the meat and heat of this border operation. Is there, Laredo and Del Rio, the river, because Rio means river. Like you have Rio Grande, that's the big river. Grande is big, Rio is river. Rio Grande, the big river. Around 130 illegal aliens boarded the Boeing 737 jet in Harlingen, briefly stopping in Miami. You're going the wrong way. What? Look at that on a map. What, going from Texas to Miami? And what? Who's flying this plane? Peter Peach Fuzz? You got to be an old person to know who wrong way Peter Peach Fuzz was. Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons. Who is Rocky and Bullwinkle? Never mind. We make fiendish plan for moose and squirrel. Boris and Natasha. Oh boy, I am old. Before arriving at their destination near Caracas, the capital of the once thriving country that has been destroyed by socialism. They done it themselves. That's the way. Ooh, may help if I scroll up some so y'all can see it. I keep forgetting my screen is bigger than the other one. My bad, y'all. Earlier this month, the Department of Homeland Security announced that it would be resuming the direct repatriation of the border crossers after an agreement was struck with the government of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Look, I ain't saying he should be ran over by a piece of farming equipment, but if he did get ran over by a piece of farming equipment, I might resemble the person that was operating it. Maybe. But you know us, we all look alike anyway. That's what they say. At a time when the ongoing migrant invasion has become a political problem for Biden's Democrat. New Donald Trump collectible pocket Patriot exclusive? What is it? Oh, it's a bobblehead. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess. Okay. Acting Executive Associate Director for U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Corey Price. That sounds like a brother's name, don't it? Corey Price. I bet you Corey Price Black. Would you? I could be wrong. That sounds like a brother's name all day. I'm sorry. Told the Associated Press, the flight to Venezuela is the first I've seen in my career of an entire charter flight of Venezuelans going back to their country. And we plan on having several more of these in the coming days and weeks. The passengers were transported to their waiting flight in buses with both men and women who were wearing wrist and ankle restraints, getting a pat-down search from immigration officers before boarding an airplane. Now, some of y'all that follow me closely, remember when when this first started and I made the report about Venezuelan, Colombian, Salvadorian, and Mexican jails being emptied out because they ain't got to feed them if they where they literally was emptied out. And all right, you can get up out of it. You can stay here. I can imagine how it went. Or you can get your ride on the top of that train with the rest of them mooks and see if you can get up out of here. You know what that shoot. I ain't like I even said. I would have done it if I was been locked up in one of them jails. I would have done it. So either I get to stay here and put up with this or take my chances out there in America. Yeah. So these must be some of the criminal element that they kept saying that they were catching on a regular. Let's see if we can get this to play without popping. Oh, it's Reuters. God dang it. Reuters be tripping. Let me see. I'll see if I can speed it up first. So just bear with me while I start it and pause it. Wait a minute. May not be no audio. Let's see.
The first U.S. deport.
Nope, it is audio. Hold on. Playback speed. Speed it up. Okay, let's go.
Deportation flight to Venezuela in years flew from Texas to Caracas on Wednesday, part of the latest approach by the Biden White House to tighten border control. Earlier this month, the U.S. announced it had made an agreement with Venezuela to deport its citizens who enter illegally and send them home, a breakthrough despite frosty diplomatic relations between the two sides. About 130 Venezuelans were deported, according to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Corey Price is the senior official in charge of the removal operation.
These are the consequences for entering our country unlawfully. Unfortunately,
damn, Corey is white. You got a brother's name, Corey.
Those that take their lives and put them in the hands of smugglers, and their life savings and put them in the hands of smugglers, are only going to get a flight home on one of these flights like this to go back to their country.
Except for the millions that's already made it to Chicago, Maryland, New York, and Georgia. Oh, and Tennessee. I keep forgetting about Tennessee. Tennessee ain't get as many as Colorado did, but Tennessee still got a nice chunk too. So look at this. You saying they came in wrong and you're going to go back out of shackles unless you go to Topeka, Kansas. Do y'all see what's going on here? I can't be the only one.
In September, Washington said it would grant temporary deportation relief and access to work permits to nearly 500,000 Venezuelans who arrived on or before July 31st. Later, authorities...
What airline is that? I don't know that logo. Somebody tell me.
Authorities decided those who came after that date would face deportation. The Venezuelan government has said it will care for repatriated citizens. On Wednesday, Venezuelan state TV showed the plane's passengers receiving medical checks and being registered by immigration officials. Since Biden took office in 2021, the U.S. has grappled with record numbers of migrants attempting to cross the U.S.-Mexico border illegally, part of it fueled by a sharp rise in Venezuelans fleeing economic and political instability in their home country, which has been slapped with U.S. sanctions. More than 380,000 Venezuelans have been caught crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally since 2021, far higher than only a year or two before, with 2,000 in 2019 and 1,000 in 2020.
Y'all full of crap. It's way more than that. Okay. Non-citizens, including Venezuelan nationals who lack a lawful basis to stay in the United States, are ordered removed consistent with U.S. law that y'all ain't been applying for frickin' decades. Republican presidents too. Y'all know me. I give them, man, when they can get it too. And I'm actually, let me say this. I'm actually harder on Republicans than I am Democrats. It's like your own children. I'm harder on my own children than somebody else's children because I expect more out of my children than I do someone else's children. I expect more out of Republicans than I do Democrats. I don't expect nothing good out of Democrats. Just BS, balderdash, ballyhoo, and just muck. Anything that's muck related, I expect the Democrats to do it. I don't like it, but I expect it. So there. In keeping with standard practice.
Man, this is some bullshit.
The United States ensures that all non-citizens, including Venezuelan nationals without a legal basis to remain in the United States, are properly screened for valid protection claims and withholding of removal in accordance with our laws that they violated and U.S. international obligations that they also violated. This applies to all non-citizens regardless of nationality to ensure the orderly and humane processing, transfer, and removal of single adults and their family units, the agency said. Where are all the liberal Democrats saying, Mr. Biden, this is evil. You're doing the same thing that Drumpf Orange Man Bad done. Where they at, though? Where they at, though? Where they at, though? Returning thousands of Venezuelans to the same unimaginably dangerous conditions that they just fled is a profoundly problematic policy for the world's humanitarian leader to adopt. Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service CEO Krish Omada Vingnaraha Maha Aha. What? said in a statement after it was announced that the administration would resume the deportations earlier this month. Okay, Refugee Service CEO Chris O'Mara Vinglamaha. Well, tell you what, why don't you go back to Venezuela and help them and tell Maduro he need to cut it out. Yeah, let's start there. Oh, you ain't going? Oh, you gonna stay here? Oh, okay. And judging from that last name, you ain't. ICE air operations facilities that transfer and removal of non-citizens, including family units via commercial airlines and chartered flights in support of ICE field offices and other DHS initiatives. In fiscal year 2022, ICE Babies enforcement and removal operations conducted 72,177 removals. Yeah, that's a tick off the butt of a big dog. To more than 150 countries worldwide, DHS said in a statement on the presumption of the flights. Okay, last story. Y'all know, come on.
Man, this is some bullshit.
You know it and I know it. And also,
The world ain't what it seems, is it, Gunny?
no, sir, it ain't. You keep that in mind. Soon as you think you got it figured out, you're wrong. And I fibbed again. I'm going to do, because there's no way I can do this one in 5 minutes. And we're already at 33 minutes. So I'll sit on this one and I'll do this one at a later date. I'll keep it in the queue. Okay? All right. Hey, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. This is crazy. This is crazy right here. Y'all see what it say, right? Now imagine if that was one of your children that, well, they could release them, but they wouldn't make it to the bus station if it was my child because the bus would break down. Yeah, that's it. Or if Natasha driving the bus, Natasha, what? When you get up there to that red light, yeah, stop up there. But Nick, for what? I said, stop up there. Don't argue with me, short woman. Because she's short. I think she's 5'5". Don't argue with me, short woman. You stop up there. You understand? Okay. Yeah. We'll do this one next. Y'all be good and be safe. And stay away from these places. I couldn't live in a damn blue city. I'm sorry. I couldn't. My brain works properly. I can't deal with it. Y'all be good and be safe. Bye.